But look, this is why we're here this week. We're going to be talking about these. Good morning, people. How are we all doing? And I just want to show you something, actually, because this video is about Toby. He's not here. Have a look. He's not actually here, which is surprising because every week he hammers me for being late. And this morning, when the video is actually about him and his shoes, he's not actually here. This is slightly embarrassing, isn't it, Toby? He's finally here. Look, he bothered to turn up. Oh, I don't know. These rich athletes with their Porsches, I tell you, they're just so unreliable. You alright, bruv? You sleeping?
Say you people are like.
But look. This is why we're here this week. We're going to be talking about these. Toby, before we go off and do 20 miles, you've not running, I know you've been running them this week, but you've not really running TPU, carbon plated shoes or anything like that before?
Nothing, mate.
Nothing?
Standard shoes.
You've bought these for what, race day?
Race day, yeah, mainly.
And a bit of training, yeah.
Get used to.
And the idea is behind them that you hope they make you go faster.
Faster, a bit less effort maybe.
And apart from the fact that they're an awesome shoe, why did you, and obviously I told you again, but why else did you, why did you choose the Speeds the more than anything else?
The colour.
The colour. You chose them because of the colour. Right, okay, that's about as good as it. Right, so we're going to go run this 20 miles and then we'll come back to Toby and basically see how we got on. Sounds like a plan? Right, let's do this. Come on then. So we're just mooching along, and Toby was giving some real insights, actually. Now, just to give you a bit of background on Toby. So Toby, would you say you're not a new runner, but I mean, you're more of a cyclist, didn't you, before?
Yeah, I cycled for running petrol 5k about 6 years ago.
Yeah, so you then got up to slowly through the distances. You did virtual London Marathon with me. If you've not seen the video, check it out. Ran that in 3:55, 3:50, whatever it was.
Yeah,
about that. Went sub 4. But shoes wise, Toby, I hammer him because he basically always runs in one pair of Brooks. Now, but since he's been running with me, he has slowly started to add to his ensemble, I would say.
And decrease my bank account.
Yeah, decrease his bank account, which is always a positive for running with me. One, you get deaf because I chat too much, and two, you end up buying shoes. So, your Brooks, what were they? Actually, it's a good point. The train's coming. What were the Brooks?
Now you're asking.
Ghosts?
No.
Wait here, because the train's.
Ravines?
Ravines. Oh, blimey, really? They've got no stack.
Nothing. Very flat.
Yeah, they're really flat. No cushioning, nothing like that. If you've ever tried the Ravines, they're a good shoe. There's nothing wrong with them. But for the longer distances, there's not much there. So you've always run in them?
Did they, for the night, you can tell I'm well in shoe.
Yeah, he's really a big shoe geek. Oh, what? Pomeros?
Pomeros, there you go.
So he's a big shoe geek, Toby, as you can see.
Pomeros, yeah, before that.
So you've been running in them, yeah?
Yeah.
Because he always comes out, like I said, he always pretty much is in his Brooks. And that's probably your shoe history. It's not very exciting, is it? So for any shoe geeks out there, you're probably thinking, what's Toby all about? But it just proves to you that it doesn't really matter too much about the shoe, because this guy went out and ran a 3:55 marathon in those Brooks. So there's a lot to be said for it. But he's been using these this week, and he was just telling me, that's why I wanted to interrupt the awesome B-roll, because he's gone out and he's beaten his 5k PB this week, which he did the other week, by the way, in his Brooks, by what, a minute?
Yeah, a minute pretty much.
And that was a training run.
Weeks ago.
Yeah, it was a training run, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he stepped on the gas to see what the shoes would be like, and he's already beaten it by a minute. So already he's loving the Saucony Speed. That's it, bro. Oh. Woo! 20 miles done. You was fast. The worst thing I could have done was give Toby the advice to get those shoes, because
they're awesome.
He's murdered the catch on the best of days, but now I've got to try and keep up with him. And then, but in all seriousness, oh, it's great filming after you've just smashed 20 miles. How were they?
Awesome.
Yeah?
It's kind of FORDY Runs phrase. Awesome.
Awesome. And in all seriousness, like, as an everyday runner, if you're looking for a like proper running shoe, marathon shoe, half marathon shoe, something to, you know, I mean, 155 quid. You can't go wrong. I mean, honestly, I was struggling to keep up with him, and yeah, a little bit better than the Brooks, yeah.
A little bit.
What was the sort of? Because what we did was we ran 20, and then we picked it up at the end, which we shouldn't have done. But could you notice the difference from that easy pace to that sort of harder pace?
As soon as you push on it, they just want to go.
They just want to go
back.
I mean, I lost him up the hill here. He was just gone, absolutely gone. So there you go, another bit of awesome consumer advice from FORDY Runs. We've got an everyday runner in Toby, who was in Brooks Levitate, which are about £5 on eBay. He's now running in those, and he's saying they're the best thing. This is sliced bread. So there you go, people. If you want an all-round decent running shoe, buy the Alpha. No, buy the Speed. Right, that's it, Toby, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Right, we'll catch you guys later.
A bit more.
No, I can't do any more than 3 miles. Laters.